everyone, and welcome to the Unknown Q&A. I'm Tania Brangele. We're here with P-Block96, or Umbercanum.
Hello.
Blax49.
Hi.
Dominus Lux.
Hi.
Great Ninja Guy.
Hello.
Abigail.
Hey, that's me.
Sir Grizzly.
Hey, what's up?
He wants mac and cheese.
And Muffin Man.
Hey.
So we're going to get started by reading one of the questions that I'm sure everyone is wondering anyway. Why did it take us so long to get the video created for you guys?
Because we're super lazy.
And we're super busy.
Well, yeah, we restarted this like 80 times.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
It took us 58 minutes and 52 seconds to get this set up.
Yeah, this is bad. Literally getting 8 people's schedules, or 9 people's schedules, because Balasher and Ben isn't here.
Like,
Then just be like, oh.
to answer the actual question, we're either in college, in actual jobs, or doing a ton of other stuff every day.
Yeah,
that
like, we have busy lives, too.
We have lives.
And contrary to
Hashtag
popular
staff has
belief,
lives.
don't play
Yes.
video games all day.
Hashtag staff live matter.
I'm pretty sure the new players don't even know who I am.
Probably not, no.
I'm pretty sure half the players don't know who any of us are. They pretty much just know Dominus.
Yeah, Kevin.
Yeah,
Good job, Kevin.
Cool.
Yay!
That's-
Okay, next question.
Okay, next question. Why did you decide to make this server with the TARDIS plugin? I think PB can answer that the best.
well, it kind of started out as I don't want to just have everyone teleport around like you do on a normal server, so let's add something interesting to move around on the server with. And then it just kind of blew up from there.
In other words, it was cool, and people were like, hey, that's a cool thing, so let's go plan the cool thing.
Yeah.
Were you a fan of Doctor Who? Is that why you decided to have the TARDIS plug-in, or was that suggested to you, or how did you come about making that decision?
Well, I found it, and I thought it was pretty cool, and Kristen thought it was pretty cool, so we were like, sure, let's try it. And then we did, and then it kind of went boom.
And then it was 3 years later, and I'm just like, why am I doing this still?
Were you guys
And now
fans
we
of the
know
show at
just
any
how many Whovians are around.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Whovians. Oh, the Whovians. I didn't know
Patrick,
so many of you existed.
Christian, were you fans of the show at any point, or no?
I used to be. I don't watch it much anymore. Everyone's gonna murder me for saying that, but I don't really care.
I think I'm the
me either.
only one that watches it.
I watch
was,
it, like, religiously.
I liked the first 6 seasons
Yeah.
of the newer show.
I stopped.
Kevin's trying to say
Oh,
something.
hey, Kevin's trying to talk.
I don't know what you said.
I don't know what he's trying to say.
Kevin.
Okay, kids, we're gonna come back to Kevin in a few moments. In the meantime, next question.
All right, next question.
Would you rather a dog or a cat?
Dude, dogs
I'd
are
rather
cool.
be
Dog.
a dog.
Yeah,
I would like
rather
to be
be a
a
bear.
golden retriever in a wealthy family.
Dude, dogs so cool. They get around and sleep.
But what if you have like an abusive owner? You're gonna buy them.
Well, seeing as I have 3 dogs in my house right now,
Yes.
I'm going to go with dog.
Dogs.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be like a
I'd have to be a cat. I choose a cat because cats can mess you up, like kind of. But they're also like they can sleep.
So can dogs. That's why
are you
dogs
saying
work
that
for the police.
Are you saying that a house cat can hurt you more than a German Shepherd?
Or a
Probably
pitbull.
not. Emotionally, they can.
emotionally. Yes, I agree with that.
I knew cats were the devil, but I didn't think they were that bad. Okay, so next question, I think. Would you rather be a lizard overlord or a snake overlord? Lizard, because they actually have arms.
Yeah, that was my reasoning too.
Yeah.
Dragons are lizards.
I mean,
You gotta
but
pick
snakes are
lizard because,
deadly.
like, if you're a
Yeah.
snake,
But if you're
I'm
if you're
going
already an overlord, then you don't
Patrick's
really need to be
explanation.
deadly.
Yes.
Dragons.
Yes, dragons.
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 But snakes are just tails with faces.
True.
So I'm gonna have to go with
Snakes would be more like a
Actually,
werven,
snakes have
and could
Just
be a
tails
dragon.
with-
So I'm going with the dragon over the werven.
Yes.
Actually,
dragons.
snakes aren't just tails. They have like their tail is only about an inch long.
Right.
The entirety of the snake is its body.
No, the entirety of the snake has a tail. It's just a head and a tail.
Yeah,
No,
right.
it's not.
It's a face and a tail.
I have a ball python. I'm telling you, it has a tail and it's only about an inch long at the end of its body, right after
Meg-
its away.
Again, I
That's what it's
swear, it is just a head and a tail.
I would rather be a grizzly overlord. Like I'm not
I don't
already.
appreciate you
but,
right now.
Yeah.
Kevin, would
That's
you rather
fine.
be a snake overlord or a lizard overlord?
Lizards, I guess.
I think
Yes.
you're Kevin over there,
Yes.
roasting over an open flame with a slight crackle of
Okay,
a
but
nice
at least
fireplace.
his microphone sounds better now, Christian.
Yeah,
Okay,
sounds
next
wonderful,
question.
Blessings.
Can't. Okay, so next question is, how did you find the server and how did you feel about it at first?
Let's go down the line.
Since Patrick can't answer this question, I think I'll go first.
Oh,
Patrick
Christian,
was
you
like,
can't answer this question.
no, I have a story about
started
how I
this
found
together.
the server.
You started
Patrick
this
was
together.
like, Patrick was like, hey, I got a server, you want to be a staff? And I was like, yeah, that sounds fun. And then we started a server.
Not how that happened. But I'll go with it.
Why don't
because
you
it's
go?
short.
Okay, so I actually got brought in by the way Will to do some interior design work
Oh,
on
God.
a house that he was
Flashbacks.
building,
All right.
because that is how I used to spend Minecraft, is the interiors. Now I
You're
spend
such a
it with children.
3 years
I'm
ago.
sorry, that was
A glimpse into
Um,
life.
All right.
It just kind of went from there, and I stayed put because I ended up liking Christian, Patrick, and most of you guys won't remember, but Max Howa or Max.
Oh yeah, Max.
Max.
I do remember the man.
Grizz, why don't you
Go
go?
in peace with your new
All right.
California girlfriend.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So this was probably 4 years ago.
The server
The
only
server has
opened
not been
2.5
around for
years
4
ago,
years.
scumbag.
Yeah, no, but the story starts 4 years ago.
The story starts when I was born. I was
I
born
was-
on a hot summer day in the middle of the
Christian,
desert.
let's-
Grizz!
So yeah, 4 years ago, got into Doctor Who, started looking for Minecraft servers, and for the next 2 years, I went through like a lot of bullshit looking for the perfect one. There were ones where you had to be premium to even own one, and then there were ones where you had to win a set of 5 Hunger Games in a row to get one, which I did, but then they never gave it to me. So, fast forward 2 years, I found this server and I joined and I played a little bit, and then I don't know why I left, but I forgot about it, came back 6 months, and then I don't know, I kind of stuck around and invited all my chummies from school to hang out, and kind of been with it ever since.
Avabel?
Well, I worked with Meg for, I don't know, a few months, and I showed her pictures of some of my Minecraft builds, and she told me I should come and join the server and build on the server, and it took me a little while to get to that, but when I did, I started out as just a member, built, and a month into it was an elder, and now I'm staff.
Yeah, Kevin, go.
My story is pretty much the same.
Grizz!
Looking for Doctor Who servers, and then I found
Yeah, but I don't think you won 5 Hunger Games in a row. I mean, that's pretty... I'm kidding.
Well, for me, my story's kind of the same.
Yeah.
I was looking for Minecraft servers, and I just started watching Doctor Who, so I was like, hey, that would be cool. And I found all the paid ones, and I found one really, really bad one that was hosted on, a home PC, and there were, 4 players on it, and it was just horrible.
That sounds like I would want to kill myself even faster than I want to kill myself on a daily basis.
And then I found this one, and the question mentions, how did you feel about it at first? Well, I first joined, and then this really, really horrible admin named Gallifrand.
Oh, I thought his name was
He
Huxley.
refused to give me food, and I was
not
dying of
an
hunger.
admin.
He would not give me food.
That sounds like Ben completely.
Yeah, it does. So,
And then I stayed.
last on the list, Muffin Man.
A friend told me, hey, join the server, so I joined it. And then, a little while
Wait, Who
later,
was the friend? Who was the friend? Who was the friend?
You guys know Davis 1112222?
Oh, really?
Oh, you hate him?
Friend?
Steven?
Oh, you love? Oh, really?
Not you?
Yeah, he's a good friend of mine. He invited me to the server, and I just like joined. And then a little while later, Megan gave me Elder, and then a little while later, I applied for staff as a joke, and I got it.
Wow. I should know that our system is so...
I took my application seriously, and you kind of
No.
I wrote paragraphs and paragraphs and paragraphs on my application.
And we hated you for it. You were like, what is this guy
Read
doing?
all of that.
I put
Yeah.
I put like 4 sentences total, probably. I don't know.
it comes to a point that we just hire competent people after a while. Like, if you can get on the server, type in English, pretty much halfway there.
Yeah.
So, I
Next
just have
question.
a moral... God, guys, let me say something. Jesus.
No.
Stop interrupting me, Andrew.
I'm sorry.
I hate you. The moral of everyone's story is that if you ever go on a TARDIS server that doesn't make you pay for stuff or go through this like stupid stuff to do the TARDIS, you have us to thank.
Yeah.
It's all because of us.
Thanks, Patrick.
Also, Muffin, good luck being staff forever. You're going to be an architect now.
Yeah, right. You just got demoted, so I did all this all I know.
Totally. Okay, so next question. Do I have to read this one?
No.
Would you rather know when you will die or how you will die? Think about it. Well,
When you
Can
will
I
die,
have a
no. If
timer?
you know how you will die, then every time you're in that situation where that could happen, you might die. But if you know when
GG.
you'll die, then you don't have to worry about it until then, and you have time to like say goodbye and stuff.
Yeah.
yeah,
I stole that answer from Jared Dines, by the way.
Yeah, I got to agree with that.
My answer is
think
gonna
I would
be
wanna
you can't really cheat death. So I mean, it doesn't really matter either way. You're kind of screwed. Megan?
There you go. Getting real philosophical here.
Huh?
Getting philosophical. Go ahead, Megan.
I already said I don't want to know either.
Oh, okay.
If I
Is everyone-
absolutely had to choose,
Anyone
I
else?
guess I'd want to know when.
Ooh. They could give it,
Kevin?
Kevin.
Huh? What?
Kevin has no opinions. Patrick, go ahead and say what you're going to say.
Okay, so they could give it to you, like, if it was a British person giving it to you, it would be really confusing because they could do, like, the month, day, year, or the day, month, year thing.
Oh my god, that'd be the worst.
It would
I
be
don't
amazing.
want to.
I feel like Patrick would do that to someone.
So, Patrick, there's actually another question for you that you can answer.
Oh?
Whose idea was the result of the pawn command? Because I don't
That
know.
was SK89Q's.
I'm glad that you know the guy who made command book.
Yeah, that or Dark Arcana. They're actually involved with the Sponge Forge project. Well, Dark Arcana isn't anymore. But they're pretty cool people.
Anyway,
So next question is
it's from the other
whose idea?
42.
Oh wait, no.
Why is it that staff are so much better here than on other servers?
Because we're awesome people in general.
Right?
Yeah,
Don't
because
just let
Because we're not
everyone be
12.
Yeah, because we're not 12.
Yeah, that's like the perfect answer, Megan.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you said that.
Well, honestly, yeah, no, it's more of a maturity thing than anything else. That's why we don't just hire anybody except for Muffin Man. And
That's why we have the Skype interviews.
I mean, honestly, it's I don't know. It's because we care on a level like we're outside of the server. Like we actually talk to each other. Like we have a chat going. So like if like we talk about things that happen on the server all the time. So if there's
And
something that's out of place, we're
And we
gonna
talk
fix
a
it.
lot about Star
Yeah.
Wars, and there are a lot of conversations between Dominus Lux and
yeah.
Galastrand about things like.
Oh my god, the lightsaber.
Yeah.
Lightsabers were the best place to get them from.
Yeah.
It's still Saber Forge. Anyway,
I want one. I want one so bad.
No,
I want one too, but
what's it called?
I'd also
Kevin's
say
like,
we're
don't-
also very constructed in the way we do things. We have an order of operations in everything we do.
To an extent.
besides this podcast, yes.
We're friends.
Yeah.
Yes, we are actually friends. We do actually speak to each other. We do actually like each other most of the time.
For the most part.
This-
Except
and
Muffin.
some of us
Except Muffin.
some of us know each other in person too. So
Right.
The only time we don't like you is if your name is Andrew.
Hi, that's me.
Yeah.
Hi, they don't like me because I'm too smart for them.
That's me. Anyway,
And honestly, the only reason Andrew's here is because he has the recording and sound software.
That's true. He was like, guys, we had to postpone this, but I was like, don't yell, because I actually did that. Andrew was like, guys, we have to do this now, and I was like, Andrew, sure.
next question.
But really, truly, it's primarily because we don't let anyone into staff that is under the age of 15 years old.
And also, we try to make sure that you're going to be like a good fit on staff, which is why we do the interviews, because like the interviews tell you more than like just written questions on the internet do.
It's not like a disconnect between like admin and modder and owner and whatever. It's just
Right.
like we're all friends. So,
Yep.
yeah.
We are.
Like, honestly, I thought when I was getting the position as mod that it was like that the whole structure of this was like more of a push for power. Like, you want to climb up the ranks, but it hasn't been that way at all. Like, I'm fine with my position.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
I'm just
And I
waiting
think it's
until
because we work together
Gal
so
and
well.
Kev are
Yeah,
gone.
up until after you get, or when you get past trial mod, that is.
well, what's your
we've had
trial-
a couple of trial mods.
When you're a
Yeah.
trial mod, you're basically
but-
like the scum of the earth. You're worse than the new members that just joined.
Yeah, and it takes, and even though you're
new
supposed to be
members
a
aren't
full mod,
bad. Hold on.
I was a trial mod for like 4 months until
Yeah, it's
finally I
supposed to be
had to do a
weeks.
log block with
I think I'm still trial mod,
World
by the
Edit.
way.
No,
And
you're
Patrick
not.
was like, oh yeah, you
No,
were
Muffin.
mod forever.
And Andrew, do you know why you were
got
trial
fixed
mod
same
for 4
time as
months?
me.
Why? Because Patrick doesn't.
Because
care.
Patrick forgot about you.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. I know.
I forgot. I thought you were full mod.
And then you lied to me because you're like, you've been a full mod.
Yeah, because I thought you had been. Like, I honestly forgot that you were still a trial mod. So I was like,
It took me actually telling Patrick, no, Patrick, he doesn't have the right perm. For him
Oh
to
my
come to
god.
oh, oops.
So anyway, next
Okay,
question.
so next question. Let's see. Oh, I like this one.
Zeus.
Wait, did I miss a question?
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, Kevin did.
we were talking about why we were friends because like we're friends and stuff.
We were talking
Okay.
about why staff is better on this server than most other servers.
Oh, okay.
But okay, so the next question is: in the rules, it mentions that griefers should be put in zoos. Where are these actually made, and if so, where are they?
Well,
So
okay.
that's
Wait, let Patrick
something-
answer this.
Yeah. So that started out on me and Christian's old server.
That no one played on.
No, we had lots of people play on it.
No, like no one that they would be like around now
yeah,
aside from
no,
like Panther.
no one. Yeah, Panther might remember, but no one else.
Wait,
would.
is it like the world reset?
No,
No,
we closed it down.
Yeah.
For a while we had the zoos, but what is it? The NPC plugin had a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so on the old Tekkit server, like way back, like this was probably 4 or 5 years ago.
It was sophomore year, so yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, like 4 years ish. Anyway, so we had like a modded Tekkit server. I've probably posted this somewhere before. Anyway, we had
find it somewhere.
like bedrock zoos where we actually put creepers. Like we would forcibly teleport them there and leave them there, and like they would stay around for a bit, which was the weird part.
Does
Don't
Tosak
yell, yeah,
actually
lazy.
stand for anything? If so, what?
Yes,
Go for it, man.
I don't know what it stands for, so this is just a name.
This is a learning experience.
Yes. So it stands for Tears of Starving African Children.
I'm back, by the way. What the heck?
The mac and cheese that he just got is probably worth 400 Tosaks. A starving African child would probably cry a lot for that.
So
It was-
actually, when I first started, I thought it was something from Doctor Who that I missed. So I honestly went back and watched like an entire season just to look for the word Tosak, and then I gave up.
It was actually the fat things that were in season 1. That we just misspelt it.
Yeah.
The fat
Wait.
things, that's not season 1.
Wait, isn't there a
Adipose,
story behind you
whatever.
coming up with this?
We were just at lunch and someone was
yeah.
like, just here's a story of African children, the Tosac reuses money. And we were like, what? Okay.
Yeah, and then it kind of stuck around, and then we used it. So
now
yeah,
it's
we kind
world
of stole it
famous.
from a lunch table discussion in high school, like
Yeah.
way back.
It was before some of you were born. Isn't that a scary thought? Because this happened like freshman year, and I know that there are like some 5-year-olds on the server.
Yeah. Wow.
Jesus, I forgot
Yeah.
it was like.
Theoretically, yeah. Wow.
Okay, so let's
Isn't the
see,
youngest
next
person like
question.
8?
No, there's some 5-year-olds. I know.
But
Because
there
their
is
parents
one
play.
5-year-old. One at least.
Oh yeah, those parents are nice.
Right.
Yeah, the parents are nice. I like the parents. Good on you, parents.
Yeah.
Yay,
Okay,
parents.
so next question is, who made Flash Warp Diamond?
That would be Kevin.
No, wasn't here because he didn't-
Kevin.
Kevin had
Did
the
you just
original
have-
idea, and then we all contributed a little bit of something to make it more hectic in your guys' lives.
I think
of
I
Minecraft.
contributed
And then
well
you
in
all
reading
hated-
messages.
I contributed the idea of making it so that people who can fly cannot fly out.
I contributed the nothing.
Yeah.
I stuck the spawn point right above the web.
I contributed to making fun of people, I guess. That
Yeah,
works.
I actually replaced the glass with barriers.
I
at one
contributed
point.
to being stuck in it for like 2 years.
Oh no, the glass is still barriers.
I've
my
been
God,
in
it's still
I've been in
barriers?
Warp Diamonds for
But
2
I'll do this
years.
thing where I like stand outside of the tube while they're sinking down, and I like console them. Like I talk to them, and I'm like, "Listen, man, I can get you out of this, but I need you to like do this, and this thing for me, or else I can't help you." And they're like struggling to help me, but they can't. There's like no way for them to get out of that situation.
I don't know if that's worse than just making fun of them or not.
Oh yeah, no, it's totally worse because I give them hope.
Like, it didn't used to drop you in webs and make you sit there for like 40 minutes. It used to just drop you and kill you.
Oh.
We're much nicer now than we used to be, apparently.
Yeah.
Which is a surprise.
Now we don't actually kill you. We just make you sit there for an hour and a half.
Yeah,
you think you're
at
gonna
least
die
you
by
get to, at
falling
least you
into
get to
lava.
keep all your stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next question-
Wait, can I answer the next one first?
So,
Andy said that you wanted to ask the next question, so we'll let him
I want to
answer.
answer the next question.
Oh.
I answer the next question. What is your favorite part about being
I will
staff
actually
members
be right
on
back.
Unknown?
I have to go check
All right,
my-
Andy,
My
go ahead.
favorite part about being a staff member on this wonderful server, UnknownCraft, is getting to ban children. Anyone else?
no,
My
my favorite part has to be the sticks because it's
Yes.
fun to see little kids run away and resistance is futile.
I've got to say that my
mine-
favorite part of being
Parents, we love
staff
you, by the way.
is like relentlessly making fun of people at all times of the day.
Yeah.
One word to describe what my favorite thing about being staff is: Kingsman. That's it. That's all
Yes.
Kevin understands. If you go to
So we got-
Viridian, walk down the streets, you'll find it. Anyone else?
Okay, my favorite part, I think, is creeping after people and vanish. That's so fun.
Next question.
Actually, can
Actually,
we
I
just...
have an answer.
Okay, go ahead, Jay. Griffin, sorry.
Who has
My
an-
favorite part about being a staff member on this server is not being demoted to architect.
This is, yeah, that's great. This is the great answer.
Well, your days are numbered.
Hey,
Good
do you
news.
think we could like add a question here to like tie into that? What's your favorite memory of being a staff member on UnknownCraft? I think mine would have to be when people figured out that I wasn't a girl. Because it lasted for like 8 months.
So you mean as they're listening to this?
Yeah, right. I think it was like it lasted for like 8 months. So people would just be like, "You're not a girl," and I was like, "Yeah." Did I ever say that I was? Well, no, but your skin. What is that? That doesn't mean anything. What are you talking about?
I mean, I have a girl
You know-
skin. I'm definitely not a girl.
I would like to say that my favorite part is when people stop saying that I was, or stop being surprised that I was not a guy, but they still do it. So yeah, you guys, I actually am a girl. Hi.
Okay, my favorite
My favorite
part,
memory part-
and I have some backstory to this. My favorite part was like right, and this goes back to banning children. It was right after I got a temp mod, like a trial mod, and Ethanite's
Yeah.
Altery. Remember him? He went like on a rampage.
You should not be.
in
Don't say that
guys.
name.
And I got to temp ban him,
my
and he
favorite-
went off
oh,
on
you're
me in the
still on.
forums, and we all went off on him on the forums, and I felt good about myself and powerful.
Just let someone else be all know and love.
My favorite, my best memory of the server is, I'm sorry, Doc, to include you in this, but I put you in your place.
Yeah.
I put you in your place.
Oh man. I would have to say, I have a lot of like really crazy ones, but one of the ones that I remember is there's this like I was watching this TV show called Hell on Wheels on AMC, and it's about a Confederate, and so I started doing this thing where I was making Confederate flags, banners, and I was putting them all over the place. Kind of to mark my territory. I'm not really a Confederate. Like that's not me. I just thought it was really funny because it might offend someone.
That
but-
was you? You got Pan yelled at so much by the players. It was like, Panther, why are you doing this?
So I went to Viridian one day to like I don't know what I was doing, but the flags at Viridian used to be, they were like English flags and Jamaican flags. But this one time I went, and I think they're still there. But the
I
banners,
remember this.
Confederate flags, and I sat there for a minute. And I was like, I didn't do this, so who did?
You got turned on Pan, so I hope you feel wonderful about yourself.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah, you should, because that was like actually pretty funny. So you're not as much of a scumbag.
Next question.
What question are we on now?
What's your favorite memory? We just made it up because I thought it was good.
My favorite
just
is
finished. Oh, go
my
ahead.
favorite was making warp diamonds.
Kevin, the question was, what is your favorite part about being staff?
Making warp diamonds.
Just having it exist. is my
Next
favorite
question.
The ability to do so.
Hey, I didn't get the answer.
part. Go ahead, man. Don't worry. Andy's just trying to skip you.
Dino Dandy.
It's because we all love you so much, we don't want them to see how evil you really are.
Yeah.
I think my favorite memory, though, is, and I kind of feel bad that it involves being off of the player, but I think there was one time I pissed off Davis so bad that he just left the server for a week. Left for a week.
That's wonderful.
I tormented him. So bad.
All right.
Sorry.
I think the next question is the most important question we'll answer tonight. And I don't mean that in any sarcastic way whatsoever.
Alright.
Do you like cheese?
Yes.
I think I would say yeah. It's pretty good.
Seeing as I spend maybe $100 on every time I go to the grocery store on cheese, yeah.
What are you buying like the most
not
high-grade
actually
cheese ever?
not actually $100 cheese, but like I like really fancy cheeses like Le Gruyere and Asiago and
He's
I don't
not
think
getting-
Asiago costs $100, Samuel.
huh?
I don't think Asiago cheese costs
It is when it's
$100.
like off the
They
wheel.
sell that at Subway.
No,
They
when
have
it's on the
Asiago
wheel.
sub-melt.
When you get it straight from the wheel of cheese, yeah, it's pretty expensive.
Too much money for cheese. Anyway,
Okay, anyway, next question.
Stop it.
What's it like being a mod on a day-to-day basis? It depends on children.
depends on the day. Yeah.
You can't answer this. You're not a
Yeah.
moderator. You can't.
If, like, yeah, we can't answer this,
No,
Megan. We're
then
not
you can't.
moderators.
Oh, I can answer
90%
this. You know, let me answer this.
Staff.
First of all,
Hey, I used
Yeah,
to
we can.
I will
This is
answer this first, and then I'll give it to Kevin. So first of all, I am rarely on day to day because I'm busy. But when I was on day to day, it was fun because like
Thank you
you get
for
to
that
know
insight.
all the players. Shut up, Christian. You get to know all of the players and become friends, and then it's just so nice and fun, and you get to build stuff, and you get to be productive, and you also get to ban children, and you get to log block, and you get to feel powerful and use that power.
You
Yeah.
watch yourself crush people's
Dark
dreams.
has-
Yeah.
Nowadays you just log on and stand there until it's perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got
this is accurate.
Well, Most 95% of the time, it is really fun to be a moderator. But that 5%, so 95% of the time it's fun, but for that 5%, it's just like, it's heck. It's hell.
Because then you have a bunch of players complaining to you, and you're trying to deal with the major grief, and like 5 different people contributed on this one grief, and you're trying.
Yeah,
to
it's like, or you're
thing.
actually in the mode of building, which is never, and you're trying to build Solarion, which has taken me a year and a half to build as much as I've done, and it's not even done. So yeah.
So I'm going to completely disagree with you guys. I don't play Minecraft for like the building aspect. I do it for like the combat stuff.
Yeah.
So like mainly my day-to-day in Minecraft is like going to get food and then kind of just like wandering around and like hunting things. So it's pretty much exactly like playing however you would anyway, except sometimes you help people. And I think that it's not as bad as sometimes, like, I don't know, being in the zone building something and someone interrupts you.
Ravioli, give me the formuloli.
That's your stupid question.
I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. What was it like not being mods before you applied for mod, and what was it like in the process? I'll go first, because I like going first, because I like to feel special. Not being a mod, when I wasn't
You are special, Ed.
I am.
It's because you're such a girl.
Hi, Megan. We're on to the next question, and I'm answering it. So, I became a mod. I joined the server in February, and I became a mod a couple days before my birthday.
February of this year?
February
like 5 days ago?
Last year. Shut up.
No, that is incorrect, Andrew.
2 years ago. February of 2 years ago.
There you go.
I'm tired, man. For those of you at home who don't know, I've gotten 2 hours of sleep in the last 30-some hours, so I am completely functional. So I
100%.
joined in February of 2014, and I became a mod in June of that year, a couple days before my birthday. And in that time, in those couple of months, I had formed Oasis Town, and Oasis Town was a big hit, and I made a lot of money from Oasis Town. Anyway, so I was having different types of fun before I became a moderator, because I didn't have to worry about children, but after I became a moderator, I was allowed to ban children, and that was fun. Applying for mod, the application then was different from it is now. The application then, I wrote like 4 essays, and they hated me for it. And the application now is literally put in your Skype, and we're gonna call you.
Yeah, that's accurate.
We still called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My experience was after I got invited to be on the server by Meg. I built my things, got in the Elite Creative World in 2 days. I don't know, and then I just sucked up to Kevin, because that's the way you have to do it.
Yes.
But yeah, I had a lot of fun building and talking to a lot of the people before I got Elder, and then about a few months later I got Mod.
My experience, like I said before, it was just kind of like dicking around with my friends on the server.
Oh yeah, you got
really
the same time as me, didn't you? And I
no,
hated
I
you
was a
because you
little
had a
bit before
tiny
you.
bit more money than me.
That's all well and good, but so yeah, just messing around with my friends and then like not really caring about what happened. Like, so we would do a lot of stuff that was like borderline against the rules, but not really, like dancing between.
Oh, that's that Street Emotions to Art tonight.
Yeah.
Did the list go on Patrick?
Just kind of bouncing between the line. Like we weren't really good people, but we weren't bad people, and we're always picking fights. But then I became a mod, and I had to become a little bit more responsible. So like I don't know, all the messing around kind of ceased, and we, I don't know, became model citizens, I guess. Except for not really. But yeah, no, that's just the difference. It became a little bit more responsible and helpful, I guess.
I don't think you answered the question in any way, aside from like the very first part of it.
It was the difference between before you were a mod and after you were a mod.
It was just before. It wasn't after.
Before you applied.
No, after we became model citizens.
Yeah.
Okay, well, when I first got onto the server, I made friends with everyone, but I had this cute little treehouse cafe thing that I built,
which was just a whole bunch of trees growing right next to each other in a row.
That was my favorite place because there were always
And-
cows in there.
Yes, there were always cows in there because Christian had decided that it was the funnest thing in the world to torment me.
Yeah.
He would fly up above this kind of lake that was right at the spawn town. This was before we redid the server to what it is today. And he would drop me into the lake. And I would yell at him afterwards. But I ended up spending a lot of time in Skype calls with Patrick and Christian and Aztec, who at the time was an admin on the server.
Go.124 asks, what made you get into Minecraft?
I watched YouTube, the Oddcast, when they were actually good. And like they made me want to play.
So never.
My brother got it on his computer, and this was in like beta 1.6 or something. This is before any of you kids have played Minecraft.
Hey, I
not the
beta
staff.
1.6.
I meant all the kids watching.
We're not talking about
all the
staff,
kids
Andrew.
watching.
I still
and then,
alpha.
so I watched him playing it, and I was like, "This looks really fun. I want to play it." And so I ended up getting it, and this was before I bought my own account. But I ended up getting it, and yeah.
I miss early.
I was in middle school probably 5 years ago, and a bunch of people were playing the classic version because that was free. And then I had another friend, Lego Jedi Master. He still gets on the server sometimes.
Yeah.
He showed me the classic version, and then my birthday came around later that year, and I was faced with the decision of either getting Skyrim or Minecraft, and I chose Minecraft. So
that was the worst decision of your life.
Yeah, I know. I've been told that was the worst decision of my life, but I don't know. I kind of enjoy Minecraft.
Okay, my turn.
But anyway,
so my friend, I was talking to my friend on the phone.
What is
Yes,
happening?
Kids, this was back in the days before everyone had an iPhone and texted each other. We were actually talking to each other on the phone, and he was talking to me about video games, and he said, "Hey, have you ever heard of Minecraft?" And I was like, "No, not really, and that sounds weird." So he started to describe it to me as it's a game where you punch trees to get wood, and then when it's nighttime, these creepers come, and they have 4 feet, and they're like a rectangle. I bought it a couple weeks later, and I let it sit, and then I finally started playing it. Yeah, and this was like beta 1. I want to say 6.2.
If you got in before beta 1.8, you're a cool guy in my book. What made you get into Minecraft, Megan?
What made me get into Minecraft?
Yeah.
My ex-boyfriend had it, or had actually had it in, I think, alpha, or had downloaded it in alpha, and I started playing it then. And then I stopped for a while, and then once it got into beta, he bought it, and I played on his account.
Pirated it?
Pretty much. He pirated it, and then as soon as it became viable and playable, he bought it, and I played on his account. Anyway, I was playing on it on his, and then once servers came out, I went on to the Chimney Swift server that was up, and I got into it on there, and people started going griefing like crazy, and they chased me specifically, so I got my own account and just went from there.
Cool. All right, next question.
This is so dumb. If we are discussing the secret formula on the third Wednesday in January and it's not raining outside after we gargle vanilla pudding, what do we do? Would anyone like to take a guess of who this is from?
That was a bug. There was this stick on the wall over here, and I touched it. It flew away.
Okay, can I answer this first?
Go ahead, Samuel.
I would slit my wrist and die.
I think I have to side with Samuel. I think I would just kill myself.
Oh, jeez.
Actually, based on the question, I think you would die anyway because you can't gargle vanilla pudding. You just
Yeah, that's like
Question.
that's thick.
Next question.
Yeah, okay.
Next
That was useless.
Yeah, let's skip down to failing gravity.
What's
Like,
better
No.
in your
This is-
opinion, a legit
Patrick.
builder or a creative builder who builds epic
This is
builds?
the only question. This is the only question he asked that was actually
That's a
decent.
trick
We're gonna
question,
answer it.
Andrew. It's the combat aspect of Minecraft is better than either of those things. So next
We
question.
welcome your opinion and nicely reject it. I
What's
say
that?
This is actually the last question.
No, there's one more.
Yeah.
There's one more? Did I miss one?
Well,
It's just asking why are you guys so awesome what you do.
Don't
It's
spoil
basically
it.
no, it's basically a repeat. We can
I
skip
don't
it.
care. We're gonna answer it because I'm
Okay.
awesome and I want to feel better about myself.
So yeah, same though. So I think both have their merits. Like if you're playing on a creative server, of course, a creative builder. The first server I ever played on was a creative server, and that was pretty cool. And I was horrible at building. And then I played on a survival server, and I think it's more impressive something on the level of a creative build built in survival, but then we have that competition area in creative and just seeing what's made there. It's just awesome.
Plus, creative servers get really boring.
They do.
Mm-hmm.
That's why.
One of my favorite servers was actually, it wasn't a creative server, but you had your own plot to build in. And you could go out in the world to buy or get your materials, or you could stay or you could get materials from the shop. That was probably one of my favorite ones, but this is my favorite. So, boom. Yeah.
I think the best way to answer this question for me is like I built a treehouse that Patrick was
I
like
got
around
the
for.
treehouse. Yes, the tree.
Yeah, but I built it 2 times. Like Patrick and I, the
Yeah.
first server I ever played on, like it was a creative server, so I built it in creative. But then like that server went down because of money reasons or whatever, and then we joined another server that like wasn't creative or mainly creative anyway. And I was like, I want to build that treehouse again. So I spent like a month building this like giant thing that was like it was amazing to look at, and like everyone
the
loved
treehouse
it.
was so worth it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then, like
that
it
treehouse.
was so much more fulfilling than just building it in creative. So I liked legit was better.
Yeah. All right.
What's better
Alright,
in
so
your
next-
opinion, Samuel? Or did you already answer?
I already answered.
Okay.
Combat.
is everyone-
Next question.
Grizz. Shut up. Madden, go.
Combat. Next question.
Madden, please.
I personally think that both are awesome, but if you can build something absolutely, positively, fantastically amazing in survival, I have a lot more respect for you than if you build it all in creative.
Like someone should go copy the spawn like block for block, but build it all in creative. If you do that, I will like credit you for
all
doing it.
survival.
All in
Yeah.
survival, because you
That's
built
what I
it.
meant, yeah. This is correct. If you can do that all in survival with no like help from any mod or anything, then like I will credit you with building it instead of me.
Yeah.
Next
Okay,
question.
now we can move to the next question.
All right. I'm gonna.
Why
answer
are we
this
so
one.
awesome? Because we
Because
are.
we are.
Yeah.
I was
Because
born that
we
way.
love you and we want to make
Lot of
the
drugs,
best
lot of
community for you to play on.
Except like not at all.
And I love banning you.
The reason we're so awesome is what we do is because we don't devote people to architect.
I say it's because we like what we
At
do. but
Panther
anyway,
Face.
continue.
I like what I
Oh my
do,
God.
and
Shots fired.
how I got so good at building, though, is because I'm gonna do a little bit of sponsorship here. Madness64 on YouTube. He's inspirational for building. So
Is Madness paying us?
what?
Is Madness paying us? Did you said it was a
No.
sponsorship?
Sorry, I meant
It's a shout out.
a shout out.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he's paying me. I don't know about you guys.
Grizz.
So
Share that-
how I
share
got
that
so good
YouTube
at what I do, banning children, is through sheer practice.
Yeah. I mean, like, I guess I've just been doing it for so long at this point. I don't really remember playing like basic Minecraft anymore.
Neither do
I don't
I.
either.
Yeah. I think I just have too strong of a maternal instinct. That's why I'm good at my job, which is
Aw.
basically human resources. That's not a good thing, honey.
Aww.
And keeping
Actually,
the peace. You keep the peace pretty well.
Actually, when I
I
first
eat
joined the
human
server,
resources.
and like for like a month before I was I actually started to like know you guys, you terrified me.
Really?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
accurate for
I
everyone.
was terrified of you.
Oh,
It's
all of
okay.
my friends are
Mine's
still,
Megan
Unless your name is
scared me
Kevin.
at work for the first few weeks.
a lot of my friends are still scared of Meg. Like they know I know Meg now, and so like they're still scared of her, even though they don't even really like play on the server anymore. She still frightens them. It's nice.
Why?
Next
What did I do?
Because
That was
you're
the last.
Intimidating. Next question.
Yeah, you're
That was the
just
last
It can be
question.
pretty scary. Just
No,
to put
it's
that
like
out,
I remember
it can be
one
pretty
time.
scary.
It was
Okay.
a long time.
Imagine you
No,
used to be like way less like formulaic in what you say to people, so you like just yell at people, and it's
Yeah.
Yeah,
terrible.
that was cool. I like that. Anyway, next question.
That
That's
was
all
the
of
end.
them.
So thank
That was
you
it?
all
We are done.
for watching this wonderful, disorganized, and completely random video. And if you
I'm sorry
liked
for
it,
wasting your
please,
time.
please let us know. Christian, shut up. And right now, I have an hour worth of audio recorded, an hour and 2
Yes.
minutes.
Yes.
So we're hopefully
All of
going to
the
cut this down.
Okay, so really quick, guys, because we would like to start actually putting out content for you guys to watch, actual videos, make this into a true YouTube channel. We want to know what you guys want to see. So down in comments below or on the forums or whatever you want to do, let us know what you guys want to see, and we'll try and do it. if
I
we can.
personally have been meaning to do a TARDIS tutorial series, and I just don't have the time to. So after the show is over, I actually might.
I did one on
finish
my
that.
channel.
I'm looking forward
Can I
to the
also
5
make-
comments we'll get.
A shout out. I'd
Anyway,
like to say something.
Bye,
Kevin
guys.
wants to say something. Kevin wants
no,
to say
stop.
something.
Kevin,
Just so
go.
you guys know, there's like a ton of stuff to say in that Bark Pit Ridge. You can just
Oh my
sit
God.
there.
We just end the call. It's not worth it. Kevin's just
Bye,
trying to self-promote
guys.
himself.
Have a nice day.
I'm gonna
No, Kevin.
bye.
Bye.